Continuing now with our series on Noahides and the Torah, or Noahides in the Torah, or things relevant to Noahides, who are non-Jewish God-fearers, those who take on at least the 7 laws of Noah, and who believe in one God, no idols. And we're going through the entire Torah, and in each section of the Torah, or parsha, or Torah portion, finding things relevant to Noahides, either Noahides themselves or things that are of interest or related or connected. And this Torah portion is called Mishpatim or Mishpatim. These are the rules that you shall set before them. And here it is, Ha-Mishpatim. These would be little laws or civil laws, laws between men, essentially laws for a proper society. And as you go through these, you'll see that many of them, in fact most of them, are relevant to the non-Jew. And we even have these in our society today. And then I know from just studying the 7 laws of Noah in depth that these 2 words, or these 3 words, Mishpatim and B'nai Noah, or children of Noah, are often found together. You can see at least 42 times in the sources here, and then here's an example where you can see Ha-Mishpatim here, and B'nai Noach, all in the same source. And in our Torah portion, you can find in Exodus 24. Then he said to Moses, "Come up to the Lord with Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 elders of Israel, and bow low from afar. Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but the others shall not come near, nor shall the people come up with him." Moses went and repeated to the people all the commands of the Lord. You can see here all these rules, and all the rules, and all the people with one voice saying, "All the things that the Lord has commanded, we will do." This is a very interesting little verse. You can see here the Mishpatim and these rules. Here would be like what they're referring to as the commands, but it's really like this is referring to the sayings or these utterances of God. But here you can see these judgments or rules, and all the rules which had been ordained before the Sinai legislation, the 7 laws given to the sons of Noah, the non-Israelite world, so all the non-Jews. Then the laws of Sabbath, the laws of filial respect, or respecting your parents, which are something that's part of the 7 laws of Noah, or something that Gentiles already do, of the red heifer, and regarding the administration of justice, which is very interesting. That was brought by a non-Jew, Jethro, in our last Torah portion, all of which had been given to them already in Marah. Then if you want to find Noahides again in the same Torah portion, you just go back a little bit to Exodus 23, verse 12. 6 days you shall do your work, but on the 7th day you shall cease from labor, in order that your ox and your ass may rest, and that your bondman and the stranger may be refreshed. There's 2 little hints of Noahides in this verse. Hager here, and the ger means a ger toshav, who is a proselyte settler. This is a person who renounces idolatry, so believes in one God, and thus acquires limited citizenship in Israel. So he's the biblical Noahide, essentially. We are not, like, we don't have this distinction today, this legal status, really. But it's the closest thing. He is essentially, he believes in the 7 laws of Noah at least, and one God. There's a hint of this in the Hebrew as well, where it says, 6 days you shall do your work, but on the 7th day shall, like, cease from labor, or rest, relax from labor, in order to rest. And you can see here a little hint of the name Noach, or some people even say it noach, which it's kind of similar to this. And it all goes back to Genesis 5 and the naming of Noah. And he named him Noah, saying, "This one will provide us relief or rest from our work and from the toil of our hands."